Moto of the day. It's race 20 and Moto number 1 here on a Tuesday at Loretta Lynn's. Heading into that hole shot, that Stasic hole shot line, and of course into the hole shot forest. And this one being led now by what looks to be is at the 52 Husqvarna, and it is pulling out way ahead of the rest of the field. Dominic Buscher out of Liberty Hill, Texas, on a Troy Lee Designs, Munn Racing, KTM, and Husqvarna Moto D race team, as well as the Tapped House training facility. That is your 250C Junior 12 to 17 limited hole shot award winner.
And Butcher just gave it up.
Wow. There it is. Butcher making that little bobble, that little mistake that opens the way. That looks like Peyton Morningstar coming out of Canada on the Kawasaki. Brought to us by Bell, Leac, Garnet, Rhino Power, ODI, and Privateers Connection. Moving into that number 1 spot now as they roll out of the 10 Commandments. We check in with our leaders in the front of the group now. Heading through the far reaches of Storyland now here at Loretta Lynch. And you can see still lots of lines available inside to outside. You can count them up if you want to, but there's a ton of them, I'll tell you that.
And what were mobile soft lines about 5 or 6 motos ago, Rodney, are now solid, rock hard, down deep to the clay surface now. A totally different feel to this track here at 6:30 in the evening.
No doubt about it. 92 Peyton Morningstar still out front on the Kawasaki, but he's got riders laying chase. We see that number 39, I believe, that back there in that number 3 spot, Dakota Bender from Winchester, California, on the Pocatello Power Sports, Kyle Lewis O'Neill and Bell Helmets backed ride. Checking in with that 2nd place position as well. I believe that was the well, we'll just get for sure right here as they come by. The 39 machine has moved into that 2nd place position. Dakota Bender, so Dominic Buscher now drops to 3rd place position. So we see the changes taking place big time. Brantz Reniger in that number 4 spot. Braden Gibson in 5th aboard the 28. It's Shane Hamilton, the 21, in 6th. Jace Russell in 7th. Avery Bryant in 8th. Tucker Nelson, the 49, in 9th. And 10th place, Bryce Lizarraga, the 51 machine. And then a little further back as we take a look at this Top 20 report being presented to you by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. Tate Elliott, the 37 and 11th. Easton Block, the 15 and 12th. The 62 Yamaha. Connor Stiers, 13th. Gabe Niederhauser, the 83 and 14th. Cash and Cross, the 11 and 15th. The 16, Rocco Morris is in 16th place, I should say, aboard the 27. The 71, Aiden Kiefer in 17th, 18th. The 90 of Garrett Bowman, 19th. The 99, Cameron Keskes. And rounding out the top 20, the 81 of Braden Elamar. And that is your top 20 once again, presented by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, your one-stop shop for parts, accessories, apparel, and so much more. Fast, free shipping and great customer service. Get ready.
Rodney, I got to tell you, we're ending the day just like we started, man, full of action. These guys right here, Morningstar trying to get out there and disappear, but a little early for that right now. Dakota Bender trying to keep him honest. Buscher not trying to let these guys get too far out there, and Reniger, he's not out of this thing by any chance on that number 30 KTM. He's sitting back there studying some lines. Only a couple laps into this thing. Leaders making their way around on lap number 2. This one's going to go 15 minutes, of course, being a C class. So up. Rider down. Who is that? That our leader. That's Morningstar down right here in front of us. So he's giving up a bunch of positions. Can't get that bike out of that rut right now. So, things just gone from bad to worse for Morningstar. Look at this.
That is a heartbreaker there for Morningstar.
Oh, no.
Can't get the machine now.
Kicking that thing.
Yeah, finally gets it fired up. He drops way back in the pack, and that opens the door completely now for Dakota Bender, the 39 machine, who has moved into the number 1 position as he checks in with lap number 2 complete at a 2:09. That moves Dominic Butcher now up to the number 2 spot with a 2:12. Braden Gibson, though, trying to close up that gap from 3rd aboard the 28. 4th place, the 80 of Jace Russell. Cash and Cross now rounds out your top 5.
I tell you, not disappointing in the least bit, Rodney. Like I said, we're going to close it out like we started it. And here we are after 11 hours of racing, man. This track is in fantastic shape, holding up But the thing of it is, those soft ruts in the back are now hard ruts. We're through that surface. We're down into that clay. And let me tell you something. They're not moving around like they did. Now they're getting hooks. Now they're getting nasty tails on the end of those ruts. And, man, oh, man, have to be careful right now. About 5 minutes into this one. This one's going to go 15 minutes being a C-class. So just about 10 minutes to go in this one, Rodney.
Check this out. In the number 11 of Cash and Cross, which is a rider, I just by his number, I just figure someone that throws out 2 number 1s out there is probably going to do pretty good whenever he comes in here into the novice classes at Loretta Lynn's. Popping off the fastest lap time on lap number 2. It's a 2:08.8. The most impressive thing about that time is the fact that he was running in 5th place and he was passing his way up through the top 10 there from lap number 1 to lap number 2, chasing down Chase Russell and Braden Gibson less than 2 seconds out of a 3rd place position as we rolled into lap number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't have clear track, didn't have clear vision. He laid that fast lap through traffic making passes.
Well, we got more great battles shaping up all around this race course right now as we pick up more of those. There is the battle between, it looks like Braden Gibson and I believe that was Chase Russell. We were, no, that is the 11. That is the 11, Cash and Cross. He's already made his way up into 3rd place. I just happened to look up and see the monitor. I was watching out on the track and watching the board up here, and then I see the TV monitor. But lo and behold, that's him right there, man. And he is rolling through and past the Polysport Beach now into this final turn. And talk about making some waves and some gains out there. You have to wonder, will he be able to reel in these front runners as he is running about 3-4 second faster lap than most of the guys ahead of him. Dakota Bender checking in at a 2:08.9 that time. Dominic Butcher a 2:10.4. Cash and Cross a 2:10.859 after making some passes. He is 11.3 seconds behind Dakota Bender at lap number 3's in, and 6 minutes and 40 seconds into this lap. We're a third or a little more than a third away through this lap right now. So as this being a little shorter race than some of these other, he's going to have to get some work done in this 250C class if he's going to track down these leaders out here.
Yeah, the urgency starts now, Rodney. We're already at 7 minutes right now, just about 8 minutes to go in this thing. If we're looking at 2 minute lap times, we're talking about 4 more laps. Is that? Cash and Cross makes a big mistake right there. Sticks it in, spins it around in a corner there. Actually almost headed the wrong direction. But back on the throttle through the 10 Commandments right now is that number 11 machine. But that was very costly as far as real estate's concerned.
Wow, check out Braden Gibson. He's smelling that blood in the water. And, of course, he is trying to make up for some lost gains out there as well. So Dakota Bender, Dominic Busher, Cash and Cross, and Braden Gibson. Braden Gibson and Cross still going at it. This is the race that we're going to want to keep an eye on for a little bit because Cash right now is trying to rebound from a little mistake he had over there. And you know what that does to the heart rate. You know what that does to the mental fortitude. He had one thing in mind, that he was so focused, and now all of a sudden the focus has been shaken a little bit. So he's trying to regain that focus to try to relay that chase back up to at least that number 2 spot out there.
Absolutely. When you take a look at the late stages of this one right now, these C-class guys, you know, they have really got themselves conditioned. They want to make that step up to the B class. That's the next thing. And most of these guys at the end of this week, they are B riders. That's the bottom line. And really what the goal is right now is to have yourself conditioned to race that 20 minutes plus 2 laps, you know, able to bring it the whole time. And we're going to see who conditioned themselves for that or who conditioned themselves for 15 minutes.
There you go. That's just exactly it. You know, these guys that do themselves a great justice by doing the 20-minute conditioning. There's no doubt about that. 5 minutes less, certainly you're feeling a lot fresher. Hey, check this out. We're still in the 2:08 range, but we got new riders capturing top and fast lap times out here. 2:08.277 now for the number 16 of Polini Francisco. Francisco now moving into the number 5 spot after 4 laps of racing complete as we take a little closer look at the way things are breaking down, and they have changed quite a bit since that little bobble tail of Cashin Cross there. Dakota Bender, a 7.5-second lead over the 52 of Dominic Busher. Another 7.3 back to Cashin Cross, the number 11 in third. Aiden Kiefer, the 71, now in the fourth place position.
Wow.
Polini Francisco is up the fifth aboard the 16. Braden Gibson drops from third place when Cashin Cross got around him. He was challenging Cross and now has dropped back to sixth place here at the end of lap number 4. Shane Hamilton, the 21 in seventh. Jace Russell, the number 80, back in the 8th place position. Easton Block, the number 15 in 9th. And there is Peyton Morningstar making some gains and now crossing back into the top 10 after 4 laps of racing.
He's back up there right now in the top 10, man, and that is critical right now. He can make a couple more passes, man. That's really going to solidify the chances of that overall. The farther you get back from that 10 spot, man, it just gets tougher and tougher and tougher.
That it most certainly does. So we're watching on screen right now Bender, who has that 7.5-second lead. We are 10 minutes and 20 seconds into this, so just less than 5 minutes now from a checker flag, and we've got things starting to tighten up out here, it looks like.
Well, shout out to Lil Kiefer, Aiden Kiefer. Bad start in this one, up to fourth, running quicker than the second place rider Busher and the third place rider Cross. So Aiden Kiefer going to make a bid for some podium hardware here. Remember, his dad, Chris Kiefer, won the 40-plus moto earlier today. So will they have a pair of moto medals? Wait. Rider's stuck under the motorcycle.
He's got his head down by the head pipe.
He can't get out.
Somebody get him out of there.
But I don't know what is it. Okay, so what is the rule here? You can help that.
Eye out there on the key. See if how things are to fare there for Matt Riders. He's made this early race push halfway through. He was climbing up through the top 10 into the top 5 now and pushing into, third place position after 5 laps of racing complete. We got Kiefer, Busher, and Bender 1, 2, and 3. 6 seconds now separating Kiefer from Busher. Looking at lap times right now, he is turning about a 3 to 4 second faster lap. So conceivably, I mean, theoretically, I guess I should say, we could possibly see Kiefer move up even a little bit further, but time may run out on him.
Man, he's trying to catch right now, or the youngster he's trying to catch is that rider on your screen, the 52, Dominic Busher. We'll hold it here and we'll find Kiefer, who's on the number 71, trying to catch the 52 of Dominic Busher. And Dakota Bender has led this thing for the majority of this race on the number 39.
Man, tough break for Easton Block, by the way, who was one of our solid top 10 contenders out there. We saw him down in that sweeper turn.
71.
Yeah, Kiefer coming around. By the way, he is okay. He was pinned under his bike for a few minutes. He lost several spots, dropping back all the way to 39th place position, but he is okay. And there's Kiefer, as you said, on screen with us right now, as he's still got Cashin Cross not far behind in that 4th place position.
All right, so Lil Kiefer, Chris, his dad, actually had him start riding on trials bikes, learn how to stand up, learn to balance, and you can see how he does stand up pretty much all the way around this course. Aiden Kiefer on that 71 Honda. Got to sit down for that left-hand corner, and then we'll be right back up. And let's see what's going to break first. Does Cross go back after Kiefer for third, or can Kiefer catch Dominic Busher for the number 2 spot?
Well, 6 seconds now down to 4 seconds, a little over 4, a little over 6. So basically, I mean, you're looking at a 2-second gain right there. It's a 2:12.4 to a 2:10.4. Cashin Cross dropping a little bit of time on that one, about a half more seconds. So he's now 1.4 seconds back in that 4th place position.
And then 5th, Polini Francisco in the number 5 spot. Polini Francisco. And then Braden Gibson, Peyton Morningstar, Shane Hamilton, Tate.
Second behind Cross and 4 seconds behind Kiefer. So saying that Polini 2:08.8, a 2:08.8 also for Cash and Cross, but the 2:08.6 by far and away by about 0.6 of a second has been the fastest lap in this Moto, the 250C Junior 12 to 17 limited class. Your leader coming around in these closing moments. Final turn now for Dakota Bender as he gets on the throttle, and the last double section as the checkers wave, and Dakota Bender takes a Moto 1 win at Loretta Lynn's here in the 250C Junior 12 to 17 limited class. Dominic Buscher should be coming across here in about 15 seconds in that number 2 spot. But again, the big question remains, I believe, still for the 3rd place spot. What, if anything, took place with Kafer? And it looks like he will hang on to 3rd. Cross will finish up 1.3 seconds back in 4th. And basically, these guys turned almost identical lap times and maintained the same distance at the finish line on that final lap, 0.374 between Cash and Cross and Polini Francisco. So it's Bender, Buscher, Kiefer, Cross, Francisco, then Peyton Morningstar. Wow, what an amazing ride. I'm telling you, folks, Peyton Morningstar may not be out of the running for this championship, especially the way these inconsistencies flow in the novice classes. Braden Gibson in 7th, Tate Elliott in 8th, Shane Hamilton in 9th, and Braden Ellamar rounds out your top 10 as we take a look at that top 10 brought to you by your friends at MX versus ATV All Out. Find your favorite video game, PS4, PlayStation, whatever, Xbox, whatever the case may be. Check us out on Fridays. We've got the tournament coming up as well. We got Jason Wygant ready to talk with our top 3 here in the final.
Come around front, Dakota, and that microphone. And man, you won a Moto here at Loretta Lynn's. What's that like?
It's pretty gnarly. It's definitely the gnarliest thing I've ever ridden.
Even out front with a little bit of a lead, do you still end up getting tired and nervous and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think no matter how fast or slow you're going, the track is still gnarly.
Yeah, all right, you earned that then. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my trainer Kyle, Pocatello Power Sports, O'Neill, Bell, 100%, Garnet, Mika, everyone else, TBT, Dave and Trav always get my suspension working so good, and just everyone else. Thank you.
All right, Dakota Bender is number 1 in this Moto. Congrats to him. Yeah. Kyle Lewis just churning out the hits today. Good job for Dakota Bender, Kyle Lewis's rider. We'll look for our 2nd place finisher who also got the whole shot. Second place. Come on up. And a whole shot award from Stasic. He's just putting the jersey back on so the logos will be looking good. Hey, you win the last Moto of the day. You get all the stage time you want. We're not in a rush anymore. And we'll give the big hole shot check to our 2nd place finisher because he did get that Stasic hole shot award. Let's hear it for Dominic Buscher. And the silver medal, putting himself in title contention. Come around to the front. That's your microphone there. Well, how about that start? Take me through that.
Yeah. Got 35th gate pick again.
Wow.
So just had to hold it.
And it worked. Mm-hmm. Man, when you get the lead here at Loretta's, what is that like mentally? Is it excitement or pressure?
It's pretty much everything, to be honest.
That's awesome. Who do you want to thank for a good run in second?
Top Towels, Kyle Cunningham, Taylor Painter, Amy from Troy Lee, Easy Designs. Everyone else, thank you very much.
All right, let's hear for Dominic Buscher taking second. And we'll get our 3rd place finisher. For Aiden Kiefer.
Oh, man.
Wow. All right. Look, you wanted to try Loretta's this year. Did you know when you started this journey that you might be a podium level guy, or is this a complete surprise?
I started off the journey, me and my dad just working our butts off, you know? But the whole time we're driving out here, the only time I thought I was gonna do good is in the 125 class. And turns out, I did not do good in that class.
Yeah, so this one turned out better than you thought?
Yes, sir.
What was the difference late in the race? You were making some moves.
Just the sand section, you know. Everyone was going to the left with all the chop stuff. So I just went to the right with all the smooth lines and just went for it.
You're back in title contention in this class. Who do you want to thank, Lil Kiefer?
I'd love to thank my mom and dad, my Uncle Greg / mechanic, my grandma, my grandpa. Love you, Dad. My mom has done so much for me, and my dad busts his butt for me every single day to get me here.
That is good stuff. The ANH program, getting them to Loretta's.
And I'd like to thank Fly Racing, their new 21 gears out. I'd like to thank Kenny Day. He helped me with my lines. Love you, Kenny.
All right.
And that's it.
That's good stuff. Let's hear it for Aiden Kiefer taking third. That was good stuff. And that's a wrap. I can't believe it. We're already blew through a day here. Tuesday racing is over.